Yo, welcome to another episode of Brownie Sunday. I'm Jalen.
And I'm Corey, and for those of you who are joining us for the first time, this is a fun podcast that we're doing about TV and film from our point of view. You know, we're not critiquing, we're just watching stuff and talking about it, you know, and sharing our thoughts. So we're both actors, we live in LA, so naturally we're going to watch a lot of TV, so that's why we decided to do this, you know, that's what we do.
Another fun fact about us is we just got married last year, October-ish. No, I'm kidding, October. And I don't know why I pretend to forget. I guess that's what men are supposed to do. I guess I'm practicing. No, it was October. Anyway, pandemic wedding. It was a whole thing. And so we're going to be watching a lot of TV together from now until the end of time. So we won't run out of content. And for today's episode, we'll be talking about Undercover Boss. For those that haven't watched the show, as the title states, a boss goes undercover. And the company that is on this episode is Checkers and Rallies, which is a dual company. You can watch it on CBS or the Paramount Plus app for those that stream. It is season 3, episode 4, if you want to check it out afterwards. But first, Corey is going to check my knowledge of Checkers and Rallies in a segment we call Whose Fry Is This?
Yeah. All right, so this segment is called Whose Fry Is This? I am going to be testing Jalen on his Checkers and Rallies knowledge. I did the research. I found some good info. How do you feel, Jalen? How do you think you're gonna do?
I don't know why I'm so nervous. I'm scared. I don't know why.
Okay, well, you should be. No, I'm just kidding.
Oh God.
No, I'm just kidding. You can do this. I believe you. So I made it. You know what? It's a multiple choice.
Okay.
It's basically, we're gonna do Who Wants to Be a Millionaire? Okay. And there's the construction, but I think we can work through it.
We will work through the construction.
It's too loud? Do you hear the noise?
It's not registering.
Okay, perfect. All right, so let's get ready for this. You have choices. It's multiple choice.
Yes.
Don't be scared. I'm going to break the official seal on the answers.
The official seal?
So I can see. I put a cover sheet so you couldn't see the answers.
Oh,
all right.
Wow.
So get ready to play. Whose fry is this? All right, first question. Checkers Drive-In Restaurants, Inc. operates Checkers and Rallies in how many states across the U.S.? A, 48, B, 15, C, 39, or D, 28? You can talk through it. Do your logic.
Logic. So I think that they closed some. I just feel a closing vibe. So can you give me D one more time? I think I'm gonna go with D.
D is 28.
28. I'm gonna go with D.
All right. Well, the answer is D. You are right.
Yes.
28 states and also Washington D.C.
There
you go.
Closed a few. I remember they had more
Okay.
in the show.
You ready for the next question?
Yes.
You think you're ready?
Yes.
All right. Okay. Next question. Checkers was founded 35 years ago in the city of Mobile, Alabama. Which city was Rallies founded in 36 years ago? Was it A, Nashville, Tennessee, B, Louisville, Kentucky, C, Minneapolis, Minnesota, or D, Mobile, Alabama, same as Checkers?
First of all, D's off the board because I don't think they were created in the same city.
Okay.
That would be crazy. And if I'm wrong, damn me. I think. Did you? Which one was the one in Florida? Which one was that?
I didn't have one in Florida. I had A, Nashville, Tennessee, B, Louisville, Kentucky, or C, Minneapolis, Minnesota.
I don't know why you said.
I'm gonna need your answer.
Okay, I'm gonna go with I'm gonna go with A, Nashville, Tennessee.
All right, let's see if you're right. The answer is B, Louisville, Kentucky.
It's not Florida.
No, it is not. That's okay. That's okay.
Where did I get from?
It's all right. It's all right.
It's horrible.
All right, these questions are going to get more and more difficult.
They're getting harder.
And zany. They're going to get crazier, okay? All right, this next question is like, are you ready for this? Okay.
Yes.
This is a hard one. In February 2020. Psych. We're not going to do that question. We're going to do this one.
Excuse me, everyone. Excuse me.
It's okay. You need some water?
Yes,
I
give
know.
me some
It's a
water.
stressful game.
It is stressful.
It's a stressful game. All right. You ready?
Yes.
Okay.
I'm back.
In 2007, Checkers used a character called Rap Cat, a stuffed animal cat who performs a rap song about the chain. Is this true or false? Now think about it. Talk it through.
I think a rat for a burger place.
A rap cat.
Cat.
It's a rapping cat.
Okay, a rapping cat.
A stuffed animal cat.
Oh, I think you said a rapping
A
rat.
rap
Got it.
cat.
Got it. Got it. Thank you. Still, a rapping cat then. Either way, an animal in the kitchen. I just feel like that's just a poor mascot choice. Did Chuck E. Cheese do it with their rat?
That
was
is true.
for kids.
That's right.
But
There
that was
is
for kids, though.
There's a mouse.
These are adults.
Okay.
I'm sorry, but all rats are mouses and mouses are rats. I don't know. There's no discrimination. Anyway, cat. I am going to go with false.
Okay, your answer is false?
Yes.
Final answer?
Yes.
All right. The answer is true.
Oh!
The ad became popular on YouTube and went viral. The company gave away paper bags patterned like a basketball jersey to be worn by cats with slots.
What in the hell?
They had slots to cut out for the legs and tail, and they asked customers to post videos of their cat wearing it to a rap cat website. This obviously received criticism from animal rights activists.
I would hope so.
And they were like, the jerseys were just a promotional thing. We're not asking people to put their cats in paper jerseys where they can get paper cuts.
That's
they
the
had
first
to
thing I thought.
clarify.
I was like, how many tails were cut in the process? That's the
But
first
they did
thing.
have a rap cat that rapped about the chain. So,
Okay.
you ready for the next one?
Wow.
I know.
I'm struggling with just the question, let alone the answer. So, all right. We're going to get through it.
All right. Get ready for this next question. Okay. So this one is kind of like, a little bit of difference between Checkers and Rallies. Right?
Okay.
All right. In August 1999, Checkers and Rallies merged into one, in case people were confused. They are one company. However, generally speaking, the Rallies name is still used in the Midwest and California, while the Checkers name remains in what parts of the country? Now there's two options. A, is it the Southeast and Northeast? B, Southeast and Northwest? C, Southwest and Northwest? Or D, who cares, they're the same company now?
I think it is the Southeast.
Southeast and Northeast or Northwest?
Northeast.
All right, final answer?
Yes.
The correct answer is A. You were correct. Southeast and Northeast, and it's also D. Who cares? They're the same company.
Hey!
If you go to a Checkers or a Rallies, they're going to have the same exact food. So
But do they have the same sandwich boards?
probably. We'll discuss that more in the segment. Okay, so you got that one right. So let's see. So the next question is, in September 2014, Checkers and Rallies started to have a character called Mr. Shake. Mr. Shake was a talking milkshake who appeared in the new commercials for the chain. Is this true or false?
I'm gonna go with false.
Okay, and why? Just explain.
I'm gonna go with false because I think the cat thing went over so poorly that they were like, we're just gonna just do straight up promotions with like celebrities now. We're not gonna attach it to some type of character because God knows all the lactose intolerance kids. They was like, well, we don't have a shake for y'all.
Oh my
and then
gosh.
they didn't feel included, and then Mr. Shake didn't come to their high school. Their grade school. So I'm going to go with false.
All right. The answer is false.
Yes.
You were right. However, the character was called Mr. Bag. It was
so much worse.
It was a talking fast food bag. So that is why it is false, because it was not Mr. Shake. I personally think what I made up, Mr. Shake, the milkshake was way better than the bag.
Way better.
But that's what they went with. But you got that answer correct. All right. We have room for one more question, and you're gonna be loving this one. In September 2016, this rapper stated his plans for a partnership with Checkers and Rallies, including ownership of a few franchises. Who is this rapper? We have A, Big Boy from Outkast, B, Gucci Mane, C, Rick Ross, or D, Drake.
Oh, wow.
What are your thoughts?
I mean, if I'm just being speaking from my head truth first, the first thing I thought was Rick Ross, but I was like, he's smaller now, so maybe not Rick Ross, because I feel like it doesn't go with his new Rick Ross brand. So I'm gonna go with A, Big Boy, only because I feel that Big Boy is the type of guy that would try to hop on the burger train.
Okay.
He eats a lot of burgers, talks about burgers.
He does?
See, you had to think about it.
From Outkast?
You would think, you had to think about it.
Do you have knowledge of him in interviews talking about burgers?
No, but the fact that you thought about it is the fact that you didn't just
before you put this out
completely just shut it down. It's a possibility.
Okay.
So that's why I went with Big Boy.
But you said he talks about burgers, and that may not be true.
It's called hyperbole. It's called hyperbole.
May not be true. All right. The correct answer is C, Rick Ross. That's why you gotta go with your first mind.
Rick Ross.
You gotta go with your first mind. He opened his first franchise location in Miami in early 2017. And doesn't he own like some Wingstops? So he's getting into the restaurant.
News to me. I don't know he owns some Wingstops.
Yeah, I could swear he owns Wingstops. So yeah.
Well, now we gotta check that fact because I don't know.
Yeah, I'm gonna check it right now.
I don't know if he owns Wingstops.
Okay.
I'm not saying he doesn't though. I just don't know.
I'm gonna look. Rick Ross, Wingstop. Yes, he does. It's a Forbes article from 2014. It says Rick Ross, chicken boss, how a rapper got his Wingstop.
Wow. So how much money did I win?
All right, you won a trip to the local corner store to get whatever chips you want to get.
Okay.
And $1 million fries, because this is whose fry is this? Join us next week when we test Jalen on some more things. But that's all. Thank you. Let's see how many questions you got. How many you think you got right? How many think you got right? You actually got 1, 2, 3. You got 3 right, and you got 3 wrong. So yeah, you got a 50-50 knowledge.
So I guess I failed.
No.
I did
great. You did great. You did great.
According to our society standards, I have an F. But that's really messed up because I still got half of them right. Until next time.
Let me know where you want your fries delivered.
Right now.
Wait, did I show you those ugly fingers?
What?
Did I show you the picture of the ugly finger?
Yes, and it haunts my fucking dreams. I thought about it in the car today.
Wait, what? For a second, when you touched the laptop from my ankle, that's what I thought your fingers looked like.
Why'd you scar me for life? I did not
I
need
thought your
that.
fingers looked like that. I was like, oh no.
I did not need that. Because now I just think about it when it's people I don't like. It's just like,
I was like, oh no.
they may have these ugly fingers.
Okay, so we good on sound?
It looks like it, but let's play one just to be sure.
Okay.
You just pause and then play it.
But why?
And back from the mic check.
So,
Okay.
wait, we start the timer. I always forget to start the timer.
It's okay.
Look how cool it looks. It's
Well,
like,
that is cool. Well, I like that.
it looks edgy.
It does.
Ooh.
Okay, so we are here. We are gathered here today to talk about. I was about to say undercover brothers, but
And why was I about to say rallies fries?
we're here to talk about Undercover Boss. And let me see. We watched season 3, episode 4. Checkers
Oh, you looked it up.
Checkers
That's
and rallies.
awesome.
I looked at the end of the episode.
Smart.
Checkers and rallies, y'all. So, CEO Rick Silva, a Cuban American man who, grew up being bullied when he was a kid, and his mom was like, "Don't let nobody push you off your bike." So he picked a fight with the person who pushed him. They tussled. They tussled and rumbled.
Right into the fight. We're like,
And he was like,
Rick Silva, he's a fight. He's a fight.
he's a fighter. He was like, no, you push me off my bike, I'm gonna fight you. And then he got knocked out when he came to. I don't know if he got knocked out. He said he lost.
Yeah, he lost.
But when he said that he got whatchamacallit, he lost the fight. He went and the guy never the guy never messed with him again. Remember?
Yeah.
You don't remember?
Yeah.
You weren't listening to this story.
I was. I mean, I got lost in the fight though.
Okay, but I'm saying he
basically
basically defended himself. So he said he took that into business. He loves competition. He always stands up for himself, right?
Yes.
So, from the beginning, I was like, I like this guy. He's been married to his wife, of 20 years. They went to prom together. It was just so cute, right? Okay, so they go to Checkers. He's the CEO of Checkers. All right. So you want to take over? CEO of Checkers and Rallies.
Yes. And he's dope. So he goes in first, I believe, it was as a cook, right? Was he first in as a cook with Todd?
The first place he went to was in Florida.
It was in Florida.
Yeah.
I'm saying I want to make sure I get the places right.
Yes, Todd was the black man.
Todd was black man. Okay.
Young black guy.
Young black guy. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So the first place he goes, he is going to be a cook in this restaurant in the Checkers. It was Checkers. He went to all Checkers, right? Did he go to any rallies?
They looked the same.
I don't think he went
they looked the same. So I think if we saw rallies, we thought it was a Checkers. If we saw Checkers, we thought it was a rally.
That's a good point. I don't know.
The money's going in the same funnel.
Same pot.
So go on.
Yeah. It was just crazy because I used to work in a restaurant. So just watching him going behind the curtain and seeing everything that goes on backstage of the restaurant. So you got a CEO of a company, in this case Checkers Rallies, and they are usually in the middle of some type of transition. So in this one he was opening a new one, I believe. Yeah, I think he was opening a new one. Yeah, he was. He was gonna tear down the old one, open up a new one, and in another city. And they go undercover and they kind of just see the operations of certain franchises or certain stores within their big company, and kind of just see if all the training is legit and see if
somebody's messing up.
See if someone's messing up.
Or what's working at different locations, right?
Yeah.
Because, numbers, they tell you some things, but they don't tell you everything. You know, they get their reports. If you're all the way at the top, you don't know what's happening at all the different restaurants, So it's like you got to go in.
Yes.
So on this episode, first of all, I love Checkers and Rallies. I have to just say that.
I got the frozen one now.
Just gotta get that out there. The frozen what?
Woo! Frozen fries. It's the best.
I said I love Checkers and Rallies. Then I say fries.
Oh.
That's why you said the frozen one. I like the frozen themed Checkers somewhere.
There is their frozen TV dinners.
Okay.
It's a new thing.
Stop.
That's an idea. We're throwing it out there. Checkers Rallies TV dinners.
Oh, you talking about
them?
Okay.
Make them.
Okay.
I'm talking about the frozen fries.
Okay,
Fries.
the ones you get in the store.
Yeah.
Okay, gotcha. Yes, but I love Checkers and Rowdies. So that's already for me out the gate why I was like, I really want to watch this episode because I love the food, and hey, I want to see how the CEO is, of this place that I love to eat, because I remember as a kid I used to love going there. You said you used to always go there to eat
after balling, after playing basketball.
Yeah, so it was a favorite place for both of us for similar reasons. So now starting out in the episode, he goes undercover to change his appearance, and he goes to Florida where he meets Todd.
Yeah,
Todd is a sweet young man.
Oh, Todd.
He is just
He's
trying to do the best he can. He had to leave culinary school to help his family out with the bills. And he's just like, I'm doing what I got to do, and I don't see it as a loss. I'm helping my family. And he just has such a sweet, sensitive soul, right? Here comes the manager, okay? Here comes Mr. Manager. Everybody's trying to cook. It's busy. Someone's over here doing fries. Someone's building burgers. Someone's taking orders at the window. Here he come with nothing. He's like, can you stop everything and take out the trash?
He's literally standing there, looking at them, and watching them work.
With empty hands.
His hands were behind his back. They weren't even
Yes.
visible. He was just twiddling his thumbs.
Not a hair out of place. Asking them, can they stop making the food literally to go take out some trash?
And then got mad. Was like, this burger's not made right. I was taking out the trash, and it got burned.
And then remember, he was like tripping on people. He's like, how many hours you got this week? And the girl was like, I got 40. He's like, so if you go overtime, then I can take you outside and beat you. Remember when he said that?
Of course.
I'm like, so then who scheduled her for the 40 hours? And if she has 40 hours, then don't use her beyond 40 hours.
Exactly.
You're going to have to use somebody else. Don't
Like,
be talking about you going to beat her.
Make sure you keep a track of your own hours, because I guess y'all just come in and go on with
He
your
just
one.
comes in, he's like, I'm sure there's some trash that needs to be taken out. Let me just stop someone in the middle of working. You got a line forming outside.
Okay. Quick question. Do we want to dispel what happens, or do we just want to let them see
We're
it?
going to tell what happened.
Okay.
Okay, so listen,
because that's the best
thing. We're going to
thing
say
ever.
what's going on. We're going to tell
Okay, we'll put a spoiler. We'll put a spoiler.
Yes.
Oh, and just say that we're going to spoil it or whatever.
Yes, but you know what? Even no matter what you hear right now, will not be as good as if you watch it. So
It's not.
You will want to
not.
watch it still.
Especially those that have been and just had any quote unquote low job that societally
like
low.
Yes,
Yes, societally low. You'll get it, and and it'll rave.
Any type of service job.
Yes.
So so this man keeps stopping people to ask about the trash, and he ain't getting doing nothing. So Rick Silva, CEO of Checkers and Rallies, he's just like asking Todd, like, is this how you get talked to all the time? Like, is this how it is? And Todd's like, yeah, it is. And Todd breaks down and he starts crying in the alley when they're trying to take out the trash that Mr. Manager told them to take out while they dropped the order of onion rings. Those are still in the damn fryer, getting all extra hard. Okay?
Now he gonna be mad at the onion rings, but he gonna take them home. He gonna take them home. He ain't gonna serve them. He gonna take them home.
Because Todd gonna try to throw them away. He was like, hold on, Todd. Put those onion rings on my desk.
I gotta inspect them. I gotta inspect them for quality.
Put those on my desk, okay? Okay, just put those on my desk. But anyway, go back to what you was doing. Go back to what you were doing. So finally, being the boss that he is,
Woo!
Mr. Silva's like,
I'm
gonna go talk to him. It's like the undercover boss rule number 1 is do not blow your cover. And he was like, he's like, enough is enough.
He was done.
He went out there and he said, can I speak to you for a moment? You could see the shock on the manager's face when this guy who's supposed to be trying to earn a spot, like basically at the company as a low, like entry level person, comes and is like, excuse me, may I speak with you privately?
And he's like, oh. So he stopped what he wasn't doing. and they went outside. I just wanted to say that he wasn't doing anything. Continue.
Yes, no, you can go ahead. Go ahead. You describe what happened.
No, I gotta.
Okay,
I'll
take over.
Keep going.
So he goes outside with him. He's like, the way you talk to them, if I were there if I were here 10 minutes, I wouldn't even want to stay. I wouldn't even take off my name tag. I would walk out with the uniform on and leave and never come back. And he's like, you don't understand, I tried to be like you. I started out like you, entry level, and I tried to talk to them. And they don't listen. You gotta talk down to people. You gotta talk down to them.
Okay, but...
to get them to do what you want them to do. He said, they ain't gonna own me. I own you.
And then all the while he's saying this, they're showing shots of the workers just like real sad. Like,
yes.
building burgers.
Exactly.
Like,
Todd's scared. He gonna lose his job. He's like, I don't know what he's doing out there. I don't know what he's doing. He's talking to him. And so then he finally goes, the guy's like, you don't have any experience. It's different. Studying the restaurant industry is different than working in it. And that's when Mr. Silva, CEO, said, I gotta break down the facade. And he was like, I have worked in the restaurant business. I worked here 20 years. I worked in the fast food industry for over 20 years. And I'm CEO of Checkers and Rowdies. And the look on that manager's face. His eyes got so big.
I was waiting for him to take off his stash. I don't know why I thought he was going to take off his fake mustache. Rick has a fake mustache on.
Yes, but the other guy had a mustache that also looked fake.
He did.
The manager. He did. I was like, who's fooling who? So yeah, he loved, look on this, but this is what I couldn't stand. He was like, they don't listen to me, so I got to talk to them this way. As soon as he found out that he was the CEO, instead of blaming, so first he want to blame the people beneath him because he thinks that's what level that, Mr. Silva's on. When Mr. Silva's now he realized he's on a higher level. Now he blamed up. He was like, I wasn't trained properly. I was thrown into this position. I didn't get the training, so I barely know what to do, so I don't even know how to train them. That's right, because that was the other problem. They were preparing the food at lukewarm temperatures because the buttons weren't labeled correctly, and they didn't work, and so the food was not coming out hot. And that was another one of his concerns as CEO. So basically at the end of this, you can deliver the news. At the end of this conversation, what did Mr. Silva do? Jaylen?
He shut that motherfucker down. He said, there's one more drive-through, one more burger served, and we're done. That's it. We're done.
He sure did.
We're done. Close the drive-through,
The
lock
people
the
at the
window.
The people at the window, remember the girl was like, I'm sorry, we're closing now, we're closing. They just looked so confused.
They were
I was
just like,
so confused too.
What do you mean?
Like, all of a sudden you just shut down. I'm like, I'm right here, I'm ready for a burger.
Oh,
You just gonna close the window and be like, we shutting down. I know it's 8:45 on a Thursday night.
And then he had everybody come outside and was like, yeah, we're having a meeting. So in all of the undercover bosses that I've seen, I've never seen the CEO just be like, yeah, while I'm here, I'm a CEO. This is the deal. And he reassured everyone like, hey, no one's getting fired. No one's losing their job.
He was like,
everyone's getting paid. He apologized.
Yeah, that's important to say that again about them getting.
He said everyone was getting paid for that night. And basically, he went and just had everyone retrained, right? Isn't that what he said?
I mean, that's what he said, he was going to do. But he assured them, he said, it's not you all's fault. You all did nothing wrong. You did the best you could with the tools you had. It is my fault. And I loved that he took accountability because let's just face it. It's somebody in the middle.
Oh, it's always the middle.
It's not him.
It's always the middle.
It's somebody in the middle that dropped the ball and did not care about training people anymore. It was just like filling positions and just throwing people in there.
Yeah, of course.
But he didn't, instead of saying, blaming someone else, he took the brunt because he's the CEO. He said, hey, it falls on me.
Yeah.
I need to keep a more watchful eye over the people that, are below, the managers and whoever's doing the hiring and everything. He's supposed to oversee that. So I already liked Mr. Silva, but then I liked him even more.
Yeah.
So that was one. That was one place.
Oh God. Question about that place.
Weren't that bad though. Go ahead.
I just want to know your thoughts on this. So when I was watching Todd and seeing just how hard it was for him to just work, like not doing anything.
You mean without being disrespected?
Without being disrespected. Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
Just like the severity of his job mentally,
gotcha.
like the physical part. I I tried that for a little while. Every audience I worked at Arby's for a hot beat. It was a summer, and they didn't trust me with the fries or anything. I gained 15 pounds, and I ate a lot of chicken sandwiches. But
Oh my God.
one thing I did learn there is that what Todd was dealing with, that pressure of the quick turnaround, is horrible. And then seeing, the on top. So my question is, when or how should work people decide when enough is enough? Because what happened was he was empowered by this random guy, because he had no idea that he was CEO at this point.
Right.
And which was crazy. I thought he was going to tell him that he was the CEO before he's like, yo, talk to your manager all reckless. But he's like, just do what I say. Hopefully your job's still... But he didn't think about how I was coming off on Todd's end. He's like...
He ain't got to think about that. He's the
That's
boss.
true. He is the boss.
He could just be like, you know what? Oh, he's intimidates you, Todd? You're scared of what's it called? Repercussions?
Yes.
Fired. Dude's fired. He's gone. What else you need?
As you know, it's switched.
Todd.
You know what, Todd? You have his job now. And he's going to do
and
your
I
job.
want you to say exactly what he would say to you every day. Actually, it's going to be for a week. He's your
Also,
boss.
not company-wide, just for your shop, we're cutting burger time by 2 minutes. So, yeah, speed it up.
Shut up. He said burger time.
So, he had the empowerment of the CEO and was like, I gotta...
But he didn't know.
No, that's what I'm saying.
Right,
yeah,
right.
exactly. So he had a person. That's what I'm trying to say.
Okay.
Like, he had a person. So he just needed one other person, is what we're seeing.
I see, right.
To
So he wouldn't
overthrow.
feel alone, because basically he was coming in and he was like, reaffirming.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, he was validating his feelings.
Yep,
He's
yep.
like, he talks to you like that, and he's like, okay, dang, somebody else notices it too, because everybody else. I think it's a case of where everybody's getting this abuse, this verbal abuse, right? So then everybody just grin and bear it, because you got to make this, paycheck, right? So no one's complaining about it anymore, because they're all they've reached a new level of like, getting used to that.
Mm-hmm.
So no one's complaining anymore. It's like if there's a pain in your foot every day, a certain level, over time, it's not really going to hurt as much because you expect it every day and you get used to it, But yeah, like, that was so... Okay, he is one of the most bosses on Undercover Boss. Because I have never seen where a boss came in and just was like, we're shutting it down.
Exactly.
And not like at the end of the night, like, oh, it's closed at 11. He said right now, this is the last car in the drive-thru. Get them their burgers, then it's done.
Exactly.
Yeah. You know what I kind of would have wished at the end of that, after he shut it down, he was like, oh, everybody's paid. Don't worry, no one's getting fired.
Uh-huh.
I kind of wish he would have been like, you know what? Everybody, you get a combo on me.
Okay. And then they got to go back to work and make the combos themselves. Who made the combos?
Wait. You're right.
They got to make the combos.
You're right. Look, I ain't thinking about that. I'm thinking of myself from the outside, just loving checkers and rolls. I'm thinking about me like, well, I would love a
everybody's
combo.
off, but the people that make the fries.
But you're right.
And the burger. And the shakes. The three of y'all still got
to hang around to get the food. Exactly. And then somebody got to clean up. Exactly. You're right. You're right.
Because the CEO wasn't clean it up.
Okay, they would be there for hours if he was up to him to make the stuff. No, but also, I just forgot. Oh yeah, they don't even like the food like that no more.
They don't.
Because every time I worked at a restaurant, when that new menu would come out, whatever menu they would have, I would just be so excited, like, because we would get a free meal. Well, one place I got a free meal that I was hosting it. And a shift meal. So I would be like, okay, today I'm going to get this. I'm going to try this. And then the next shift, I'm going to try this. So I would try to get around to trying everything, right? Mm-hmm. And then, you cycle back. And then after a while, you don't want to cycle back no more. But yeah, I would be like, oh, it's just so good. It's delicious. And then after a while, I'm like, I don't want it no more. So you're right. They can't give them a shift meal after that. They don't care.
Excuse me, if you want to have a little allergies tonight, it sucks. So if that happens, it's not COVID. Everyone, not COVID, it's allergies.
You in the house doing podcasts. You're not going anywhere.
That's a good point. I am right here.
sure they know.
You gotta just put it out there.
That you're safe.
You gotta put it out there because most people, not a lot of people aren't safe. Anyway, so like I was asking you about Todd.
Yes, about Todd.
It's like it's hard to talk about places you love because then you get on tangents.
Right.
And then I ask you the whole question about Todd.
And I'll start talking about
the meals you had. No. What I was trying to say about Todd is it really is the power of one extra person, or like one person believing in you. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
So I wanted to ask you, do you think that if Todd were, do you think it was just the other person that encouraged Todd? Was that final push? Or do you think it was because he couldn't take it anymore? Because I saw, as soon as I saw his face, because I could have thought that he could, if you would have told me he were going to quit at the end of this episode, regardless of what happened, I would have been like, yeah, he was going to quit. Because he just was broken. So do you think it was the other person? Or do you think it was the end of the road?
I think it was both.
Yeah.
I think it was like, just give him the right person on the right day to just vent. And he would have, done it. Because it's been going on so long. He's been there a year and a half. Oh, wait. You know what? The other guy said he had been there 6 weeks, though. Only 6 weeks.
Yeah.
I don't know. I would fact check that.
I would fact check that as well.
Because 6 weeks, I don't know if that would have tied to the breaking point that he was at.
Yeah. Or we don't know what he was saying when the cameras were off.
Oh, that's a good point. He was talking like that with the cameras on.
Yes.
Okay, that always blows my mind. I'm like, people know that they're filming and they're just showing their ass like on camera.
It don't make sense to me.
How?
It don't make sense.
Okay, but yeah, I think it was both because I think it was that other person just validating his feelings, and then the fact that he was like at Jason, but he still was scared about his job. Remember, he was inside. He's like, I don't know what he's doing.
Oh, yeah. And the cameraman was just all up on him. Like, let him have his moment. This man may lose his job.
I know. He was like nervous. Remember, he was scared. Remember, he said, no, don't say anything. Remember, at first, a few times, he told him, like, no, just, don't. But he was insistent, the CEO. So then, remember, he asked his name. That's when I knew it was going down. He's like, what's his name? Okay.
Ooh.
And maybe Todd felt like, well, it's not me. He's going and he's talking about something he's seen.
Exactly.
Not something that, like, Todd came to me and said that you said that,
Yeah.
So, I don't know, but Todd was definitely still scared.
I would have been, too.
Because they'd be like, you know what, I'm firing you just because he said something to me, even though you didn't say anything directly. People are so petty.
Exactly. Especially because it was his first day.
Yeah.
It was day number 1, and he's calling the manager outside? Like, when you think about it like that, and you put that in context, day number 1.
Yes.
In the uniform though. He didn't go change. He still had the shirt tucked in.
The uniform. He said it's still tucked in.
Yo, I just made the fries for the last order, but I'm calling you outside?
Yes.
Like, what?
I don't know. Maybe it was that authority that also made him a little shook. Because he did look a little shook,
He
the
did.
manager.
He did.
But not enough to where he was actually going to try to be still respectful.
Yeah.
But he did look a little shook. Like, who calls on their first day is like, can I speak to you? That's a boss move.
It is.
Anybody would be kind of like, is there something I don't know? I don't know.
Oh, maybe he is
Takes
an
a lot of
undercover
nerve.
boss.
Stop. Stop.
I was going to find a way to get it in there.
Oh my gosh.
Okay.
That's what we should do from now on each podcast. Find a clever way to put the title in there.
All right,
but cleverly.
People out there, you've heard it here first. If we
do.
drop
From
the
now
ball,
on.
tweet at us.
Okay.
We gotta get a tweeter. I need a tweeter. I have a Twitter, right? Don't
But
I?
not for this.
I have one.
You have one, but you don't have one for this.
We'll plug this one when we put it in. We'll put it in the comments, I guess. Once we make it.
But yeah, so I think that was it.
So next one. Next one was also in Florida, right?
I'm not sure.
Okay.
Who was next?
Next was it Johanna?
I think it was Johanna, the black woman.
Yeah, I think Johanna was next. Yeah. So Johanna. So he did two cooks in a row. That's another cook.
She was they were talking about the new sandwich board.
Yes.
She was at the
Describe the sandwich
drive-in.
board,
Yeah,
please.
so she was like the drive-in person who took
Yes.
the orders,
Yeah.
and then she would build the burgers on the sandwich board.
There it is.
Copywritten by Checkers and Rallies. No, I'm just kidding.
Oh.
But remember, they just kept plugging the sandwich. They kept
The
saying
whole
like,
time,
we have this new sandwich board.
Like we work there.
We want everyone.
And we're about to use this sandwich board.
We want
ourselves.
everyone to use the new sandwich board. Sandwich board. Sandwich board. So make sure you put all the burgers on the sandwich board. So yeah, she was like, as soon as I hear the order, I start making the sandwich. She's like, why do you do that? She's like, because as soon as they come around to the window, I want to be able to hand them their burger and their fries. I want it to be ready. And I was like, oh, Johanna. Yes, she is like working this job. She's working this position. Like she knew everything. She was making those burgers like so fast. She's like, you take this, you put the lettuce, you shake it just like this. Shake off the excess. You put one ring of mustard, one onion.
Corey, her burgers actually look like them commercials.
They
look
did.
good as hell.
They did.
I don't even eat real meat no more.
Yeah,
And they look good.
Exactly.
I was
they
about to try it.
So good. The way she was wrapping those burgers.
And then that little mustard swoosh.
Yes. Then it looked so good.
So
oh my
good.
god. She was like, you take 2 pickles, you space them out evenly.
Yeah.
Like she was on it. Okay. So yeah, when he what was the thing he talked to her about? Oh, what would be something she would change?
Yeah.
And she said, I would give the crew incentives because they give the manager, like when they do really well, when the restaurant does really, really well, the manager gets an incentive, gets something, but the crew doesn't. Manager could not do it without the crew, right?
They didn't watch The Office. Come on.
Stop.
This is basic
Stop.
Dunder Mifflin.
Stop. But yeah, and I mean that was a great suggestion, but
Absolutely.
She was just like so on top of everything. She'd been working there 7 years. Remember, she hadn't gotten one single raise.
No raises.
Yes. So.
But yeah, the manager getting a bonus.
For them doing a great job. Anyway, so that was pretty much the gist of that location with Johanna.
Yeah.
Then we got, last but not least, Joyce.
Yes.
She was the older white woman. She was like, the sweetest, just most perky, upbeat lady. She talking to the customers like, you want onions on that? Okay, you okay with a little bad breath then? Okay, girl.
One of them women that everybody's their son or daughter.
What?
One of the women that were everyone's their son or daughter.
Oh, yeah. And she called everybody by Mr. or Miss, no matter what age they were.
Yep. Respectful.
Yes.
Respectful.
And she was amazing because she has so many great ideas. Remember, she was like, had all these marketing ideas. Like, what was one she had?
One she learned from, I think it was maybe a movie theater. I can't remember exactly where she learned it from. But basically what they did was they gave everyone free, that's what it was. It was a car show that they used to have in front of the restaurants.
Oh.
And what they would do was, at the car show, they would pass out coupons and give everyone a free soda. So when they would go in, like, obviously you wouldn't just get a soda. So you would get the soda for free, but then it would bring in a bunch of business. So she was requesting. What's the word?
She was just passing, that idea.
Yes. Relaying that to this man.
Yeah.
And she worked the drive-thru. And it was a mess. Because the speaker system was horrible. Absolutely.
He couldn't hear anything. It was like every order. It was like, he's like, thanks for coming to Rally's home and take your order. They're like, burger, fries, shake.
What was that? One more time?
Usually we're like, burger, and I want a fry, and I want a shake, well, very important, please, I'm allergic to...
I'm sorry, we don't serve chicken here. You had something about a thigh?
He had to ask them so many times.
Oh, it was crazy.
Because she was so used to that speaker, she's like, they said they want 2 burgers. They want chili on the fries, but they don't want the cheese.
So they
want 3 shakes. She knew everything. She's like, they want 3 shakes. One shake they want to be banana. The other one they want to be a mixed strawberry and chocolate. The last one they want vanilla, but they want a little bit of chocolate squirted in the middle. We call that a donut. We just, feel like it's a donut with Boston cream, but reverse to Boston cream.
Stop. Do we also have an ice cream board? I know you have a sandwich board.
Stop.
Is there a board for ice cream building? There is. Did you see it?
No.
No, you didn't see it for real?
Oh, really?
There was.
Stop.
There was. So.
Wait, so the sandwich board isn't actually a board? A piece of wood?
No.
This whole time I thought it was.
Corey.
A piece of wood.
It's the board
A
of
counter.
sandwich builds.
I thought it was a counter,
God.
a special counter
No.
where they make the sandwich.
Oh, wow. You already got fired. You got fired the first day.
The visual thing, I thought that was just a
That's the
graphic.
sandwich
I just
board.
thought that was just a like, hey, this is how you make it. I didn't know that was the sandwich board.
It's the board of sandwiches.
I thought it was the place, the actual.
And or
Counter that
if
they
it's not
made
the
it.
counter,
No, but you're
It's-
right. I think you're right.
because either that thing or when they have, like in a buffet style.
Mhm.
Because I
All
did
the
see that in the
stuff.
new one where they had that out. So, excuse me. It's either that allergies again.
Mm-hmm.
It's either that or the the little sandwich thing.
Okay. Well.
No wonder you thought it was
We're
so
shipping
funny.
out 5 million sandwich boards for each location.
You thought it was hilarious.
It's smoother. You can slide. That's what I thought it was like. You can slide the sandwich down it.
Your pickle
'cause it's
just like
sandwich.
glide on. But we do have these little pickle guards, so you don't. So your guard, it's real smooth, so you don't want your pickles sliding off. So we got little pickle guards that comes with your board. So it's a new accessory.
I can't.
Rolling those out.
I can't. Okay. But that
Oh,
woman, she had
man.
been through so much. Joyce, the white lady.
Oh, God.
And so,
Broke my heart.
she
Broke my
just had
heart.
been through so much. So it was like her having all these great ideas. Oh, and then when she had that great idea about the pies, she was like, they got.
Oh, yeah.
She was like, they got rid of the mini chocolate. What was it? Mini chocolate cupcake. And
First
then,
of all, fire.
yes, that sounds delicious.
That sounds so good.
And then replaced it with apple pie sundaes. And she was like, maybe in the Midwest they like apple pie sundaes, but not down here in the South. Like, they got to take into account where the clientele. Like, they don't want those apple pie sundaes. So I was like, that is smart, because you know what? I'm tired of seeing my favorites disappearing from the menus.
Bye.
Okay.
And Trader Joe's.
McDonald's does not have a strawberry sundae anymore. Okay.
Anymore? I thought it was just that location.
Was it just that location?
I thought, is it off the menu?
I just found it odd that they didn't have any strawberry sundaes. Did they run out of all strawberry topping?
That's a
Maybe
good
they
point.
did. You know what?
That's a good
Okay,
point.
guys, don't freak out at home. I will look into
Oh,
this.
wait. Then it came back on around. It
No.
was not on the menu.
It wasn't?
No.
This was not. That was like my favorite Sunday. Okay, then before that, they got rid of the parfaits at KFC.
Oh, my God.
And they replaced them with those little cheap pie slices. Okay?
I didn't even have that. They told me they didn't have parfaits, and I didn't have dessert when I went. I don't know what else they had.
So stuck up. You're like, they told me they didn't have parfaits. I said, no, I'm not even eating
Because
anymore.
that's what happened. I mean,
But you know what? I'm not going to lie. That was a blow to me.
Oh,
When they
yeah.
didn't have the parfaits, did I tell you how I got suspicious that the person behind the counter was hungry?
oh yeah,
for
because
parfaits?
you're insane. Yes, I do.
I was
recall
like,
that.
hold up. They said they don't got no more parfaits. They're just keeping them for themselves. When they close, they're gonna take all the parfaits home. So do you know what I did? I went to another KFC and I was like, I know they got parfaits. And I went there and they said we don't have parfaits either. And I was like, wait, there's no parfaits ever anymore? And that was it for me. I only will go to KFC for some potato wedges and a parfait.
Exactly.
And I haven't been ever since. But who gets rid of that? They were delicious. Anyway, I digress. Let's go back to Checkers.
Yeah, well, I do want to shout out my
honestly want
grandma
dessert.
Claudia, because I do love you for giving me your extra parfaits. I don't know if everyone knows about that. She did slide me a
Yes.
parfait or two. So,
That's
not
love.
the point. That
That's
is love. Lemon. Only lemon.
Oh my gosh.
I
Ugh.
didn't mess with the other ones.
Okay, I ate the strawberry, but the lemon parfait was my favorite. Like, if I could only get one, I would just get the lemon.
Yeah.
And that's saying a lot, showing you a lot right there. I said, if I could only get one. I
Wait,
used
if?
to buy
Whoa.
2 parfaits. Because you got to have one to save.
Oh, two. Okay, that's reasonable.
You got to have one to save.
I mean, the way you talking is like, yeah, I got a box. That's the way I thought you were
What if
talking
I still
about
had
it.
parfaits? What if I was like, when it was going out, I bought them all and I still had them saved in the deep freezer?
Stop. And you never eat
I bring
them,
it out like on
and it's just
special
there.
occasions.
Oh my God, stop.
But
Back
yeah.
to Checkers.
Yeah, but basically she
So,
had a great
yeah.
idea.
Great ideas. And so yeah, I did want to ask you one quick thing about Johanna before I
What?
forget.
What?
In relation to after we had said we loved her and like she's great, and we're like, yeah, she shouldn't be working at Checkers. Like, she's got so many great ideas.
Yes.
She's got so much vibrance.
Yes.
And then we talked about how
great managerial skills.
Great managerial
training. She trained him
exactly.
well.
Exactly. And we talked about how so much of us, specifically Black people,
Mm-hmm.
we see us in these positions where we're fucking killing it because we don't have a choice but to.
Exactly.
However, clearly, the skills that we have to make this menial job, whatever,
Mm-hmm.
could obviously be used
elsewhere for more money,
way more money,
benefits.
Yes, and it breaks my heart to see that because I know I'm still one of those people. You know what I'm saying? I mean,
me too. Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, no, I get that.
So
and
it's just,
that's like because of the limitations
mm-hmm.
on us,
Mm-hmm.
you know, whatever they may be, we cannot go beyond. Like, she has to stay there. You know, she could maybe, I don't know, you know what her situation is,
mm-hmm.
but you know, a lot of places they like. Well, this country and the world, period, they try to limit you. Like, well, first, if you don't got a degree, then you can't do X, Y, and Z just because you don't have a degree.
Mm-hmm.
But we know that's not true because how many undercover bosses did we see where they were like, oh, I never finished school and it just still always weighed on me. And they're CEOs. They could go take classes if they want to. They could, like, struggle or go to night school or whatever. But they were also white.
They were the driver for our race.
They were white, and they had, let's just face it, if you're white, even if you're poor and white, you still have more opportunities than a poor Black person. And so they didn't finish, but they're CEOs. Now, Johanna could be a CEO with the right training and the right mentorship, but she stuck, not even a manager. She wasn't even made a manager. She worked there 7 years. Stuck on the drive-through window. Yes. And it just, So, pissed us off.
It did.
If you can't tell.
It hit a nerve, as they say.
So, yeah.
A nerve.
So, yeah, it's just, ugh.
Yeah. It just sucks because we see it all day, every day.
For them, for white people.
We
always
see it
change.
all the time. And just to hear that most of the CEOs like you're talking about that became CEOs from quote unquote nothing,
mm-hmm.
in quotation marks, to hear that a lot of them don't really seem excited about any of the things that they're doing.
Mm-hmm. But you had Johanna excited to come to work to make those burgers.
Day.
And Joyce too. She's
Ty
a white
was scared.
woman.
I almost said Ty.
I was scared.
But
he loved cooking.
He did love cooking. Thankfully, he went back to culinary school.
Yes.
Rick, hooked it up. But still, it just sucks. So I did want to mention that because I thought that was important. Because it just hit a nerve.
I'm glad you did.
It really did hit something deep, something real deep.
But it's like, also, certain people, especially corporations,
mm-hmm.
don't want you to realize your potential. They don't want to give you raises. They don't want to give you training to move up because they want to keep you right where you are because you're offering great customer service. You're
mm-hmm.
offering great this and that rather than give you what you deserve and bring somebody else in who can learn what you learned and now benefit from that and keep it going. You know what I mean?
Yes.
Keep it going. You keep rising up the ladder, they keep rising up the ladder like other people.
All those minimum wage fast food type jobs should just be for high schoolers.
No, I won't say that.
No, I'm saying not just, I'm talking about within our society.
Mm-hmm.
I believe that we are not giving most of our adults the opportunity to use their brains.
Oh, I see. To have a higher...
in a way that would encourage them to do something outside of working at a fast food place.
Well, I'm saying some people don't have that, luxury. They may not, that may be all they're qualified for at the time. And then, over time, they could work, their way. But, yeah, that's why I say I wouldn't limit it to, like, high school is because adults, no matter what age they are, they may only... be able to, for whatever reason, like, well, I can only afford to work this type of job because I have to go pick up my kids, and you know what I mean, I can't commit to this.
Well, I was saying in a hypothetical utopia
or
of a place.
Oh, okay, utopia. Okay.
Yeah.
I didn't know that. I didn't know
Yeah,
that.
that's
why
why
you're talking about
that's-
this world. Okay.
Yeah.
I get what you're saying.
Yeah.
You're saying you wish that there were other high-paying positions or opportunities for once you're an adult, because you got real bills and you got family, and they should be able to like get more money and not have to just do a minimum wage, which could work for a teenager because they, you know, hopefully aren't paying
Much money.
for the rent for everybody. You know, they're earning some money to maybe help out at home or, you know, buy things for themselves. But yeah, I get what you're saying.
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, somewhere to learn like real life skills and like learn how to, you know, keep a place clean and stuff like that.
I definitely feel like there should be more like outreach of like from these corporations. They need to all give back more. Let's just say that. They need to be doing more for the communities where their businesses are.
Absolutely.
And they don't. There should be like workshops and how to, you know, start a business, anything, how to grow your own garden, like whatever. Like, I'm just saying, you know what I mean? Like, hey, why not? Somebody be like, oh, I really love gardening, and if I can grow my own vegetables and stuff. Hey, why not? Save some money, blah blah blah.
I do.
It just whatever, you know, whatever they have to offer. I say garden because O'Reilly's like they use fresh ingredients. They deal with food.
Yeah, that makes sense.
You know, I don't know how to do accounting, how to do taxes, how to cook right. We're going to teach you how to prepare meals. Just like whatever they can offer, types of skills they can offer, you know, they should offer those things. But they don't. They don't use their money to put it back into the communities. They just take the money and then put it in their pockets.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And sit on it.
Yes.
And sit.
Okay. Yes,
Sit
that's all they do.
more.
Just like that man just asking people to take out the trash. But I did feel bad for him though, because only because when he did say like, I've only just been trained only 3 weeks ago. What was he say? He got 3 weeks of training.
Yeah.
But I was kind of like 3 weeks. That's a long time.
That's more than
That's a lot of training.
I know they covered don't be awful.
That's what I was gonna say.
I know, like, don't.
I think I only felt for him because he looked like, you know, Afro-Latino.
But yeah.
So I just felt bad for him.
Not all skin folk is kin folk. We can't be feeling for him because
he was awful.
Todd is waking up in the middle of the night from nightmares and shit from taking out the trash.
And trying to balance a platter of burgers this is his nightmare. And he's dropping the fries in and the button won't work.
Exactly.
That is the type of stuff that it will be in your dreams.
You insane.
It will be in your dreams. I used to have dreams like that about my jobs that I hated. I would be dreaming awful things about work while I'm sleeping, and then I got to get up and go to work.
Because I bet he got, during his 3 weeks of training, I bet he got to train. He wasn't taking out the trash. In the middle of his test.
He was talking about taking people outside and beating them. You're right. I forgot for a second.
In the middle of his test.
I forgot.
Actually, you know what? You can stop that. Stop right now. Yeah, I know it's a time test. You have like 30 minutes. Yeah. Trash. No.
He was not being helpful at all.
He
wasn't filling in the gaps.
His back, Corey. That's the most relaxed you can be. Not even in your pockets where you can possibly be pulling something out. It was behind his back where there was nothing but rest. He was doing nothing.
Oh my gosh.
Oh God.
So, okay, I want to bring up one last thing before we go.
Okay,
so you know how we always talk about people's reactions when the boss, like, when they meet up with the boss and he reveals who he is, right?
She?
Or she. You're right. They've mostly been men, but there were some women.
Yes.
When they reveal who they are to the company, the employees' reactions always seem really delayed, right? Yeah. Or not even delayed. They just kind of, sometimes they don't even really come. They'll just be like, oh, okay, thank you so much. And then that's it, or will be really delayed. Remember, and we said that we recognize that as having had so much trauma that when something seemingly good happens or is presented to you, it's like you almost expect something to go wrong, so you don't even know. You expect it to not be real or to be taken away. Mm-hmm. And then the longer it settles in, you're kind of like, okay, you're afraid to accept it, because then if you do and you accept it and you're happy, you expect the other shoe to drop and you think something's definitely going to go wrong. I just know something's going to go wrong. You know, this vacation they told me they're going to let me go on, I'm not going to not be able to go because, you know, I got to go come into work. or because I got certain bills to pay, so that vacation money that they did give me, I got to use for something else, or, you know, something's going to come up that day. It's going to ruin it. Like, you just always expect something to go wrong. And I remember us talking about that before in the past, like with things, when good things would come. It's like, you feel scared. You almost don't even know whether you should celebrate, right? Until the ink is dry, right?
Yeah.
So I think that's just something that you have to try to work on, because you don't want to miss the excitement of the moment because you were so worried. But at the same time, if you're dealing with, you know, most of the things that people who don't have a lot of money are dealing with, you almost can't ever really take your guard down because you're constantly in survival mode.
Always.
So, yeah, what are your, I guess, final thoughts about, like, the, you know,
The
that
struggle?
No, not the struggle.
No, I'm joking.
But more so, like, the overall experience, the CEO and the employees. Like, what is your, you know, your takeaway from this episode, I guess?
I mean, first thing would be, it's from the top on down. And I have noticed a trend when there's a nice CEO. Usually those are places that we are still open, one. And are good places to go, too. So that's cool. Secondly, I'd say it's important to fight for yourself even when it's hard. And I feel like that's what I learned from Todd. Because, you know, and also be the friend, you know. Like, sometimes someone may just need another person to just lock that arm, lock that elbow, and walk into the manager office together. You know what I'm saying? So sometimes
strength in numbers.
Strength in numbers, yeah. So I would take that from him. And from, what's her name? Joyce, right? Her name is Joyce, right? The last
white
one?
lady?
White lady?
Yeah.
Yeah. I would take just the amount of loss that she had, but yet her finding the happy, or finding the reason to keep going. I take that from her and learning from that experience of seeing that, and because I don't really want to go into details, kind of, you know, heavy,
Right.
But you would never have thought that, because she found a way to rationalize being happy within her situation. So
and I'm gonna take that and piggyback off of that. So what I learned is that it's better to take your tragedy and to, you know, find something to be hopeful about or positive about, and don't let it crush your spirit, you know, so bad that you start to act like a person that you aren't. Like, carrying that around and being mean to people, you know, or being snippy or being bitter, because it doesn't serve you in any way. It just holds you back, and then you're making someone else's life miserable. Because I think of the first manager, whatever he's gone through in his life, I don't know, but he felt that he needed to talk to them that way in order to get them to work. It's like Joyce ran that place from a place of happiness, and they were thriving. Remember I said he went there to learn tips from them because they were selling and doing so great. They had great customer service. They were also, their late night was doing really well. So you have two people, same position, but one, her place is thriving because she chooses to operate from a place of love and like joy and happiness and patience. And the other guy, well, they got shut down.
Because they were giving out lukewarm food. Ugh.
So, and also I don't feel like it's a good idea to have the person that's cooking always stopping them in the middle of work to take out, to deal with trash. I think the person handling the food, even though they come in and wash their hands, I just feel like, let's not, you know, open the door for more contamination, you know, situations.
How about the manager with the hands that smell like lavender take out the trash? How about him?
I just feel like Todd should be the last person to take out the trash. He's cooking, let him cook. Just let him cook, you know? But yeah, so that's what I took out of it, is like, you got to find a way to keep going and to not let it harden your spirit, because you will be so much better for it, and only good things can come. And because of that, she got rewarded by the CEO at the end, and not the other dude, not the mean manager. Whereas he wasn't even there. Remember? He didn't even get to. No, he was no longer employed at that place when they reopened.
Oh yeah.
They were like, Todd's not working under a new general manager.
Yeah.
So anyway, so that's what I take away from it. It's just like you gotta just muster it up and find the silver lining, right? If only for your own sanity. Yeah.
I miss that phrase, silver lining. Yeah, I've heard of it.
But that's all. And then I just want to end with this. I am gonna go get that sundae, that strawberry sundae that they
the elusive strawberry sundae
from Rally's. Down the
Rally's,
street.
from Rally's.
Yeah. I want to go get it because this whole episode had me hungry the whole time. I was like, I had just ate, but I still was hungry because everything just looked so good. I want some fries. I won't get those today, but I will get a sundae.
I will be getting the fries myself.
Okay. So anyway, so that's all. Thank you. I hope you go and watch this episode. Like we said, it's just really good, and it was just like the drama was just enough that to make you want to watch, because it was just, it was crazy. It was fun. It was a fun drama,
Yeah.
Because we weren't experiencing it.
Exactly.
All right. Well, our Instagram is, I'm at Corey Monroe.
I am at Jalen Eason.
And so go follow us. Tune in to the podcast, and who knows what we'll talk about next.
Until next time. Peace.